Hello, good afternoon, good evening to those tuning in to the show once again. Your boy, LastWord Productions, your host Tavares Wilson, founder and creator. As you all know, I always get the last word. So we should be having some fellas join up shortly. The same compadres of mine. But before we get into that, a little bit of housekeeping, man. If y'all not doing so already, man, y'all be sure to hit like, subscribe, and also hit that bell notification, be notified whenever we go live on YouTube, man. You can check me out anywhere. Last Word Productions, the handles across the board, 9 out of 10 times you find me, whether it's TikTok, whether it's IG, whether it's even Twitter. I'm everywhere, man. And we're currently live on Facebook as we speak. So, with all that being said, I want to jump into the first conversation of the night. And I want to speak on this is a topic that I wanted to discuss last week and yesterday, but yesterday I was unable to do the show, so had to call things off last second. And my apologies for that. But I want to speak on the Jaden Ivey situation and how Jaden Ivey is his career is essentially over. I mean, he made some comments in regards to the LGBTQ plus community that many didn't appreciate, that many do not agree with, and it seems to have caused him his dreams of playing in the NBA for a career, for his livelihood. And he's someone who has worked extremely hard and put immense amount of time and effort into his craft to do what he's doing or do what he was doing. So it is an unfortunate situation nonetheless. But Mike, what's going on, bro?
What's going on, buddy?
Not much, man. Just speaking on the Jaden Ivey situation and seeing exactly, people thoughts on it and something we didn't really discuss too much, but we're gonna get into it tonight. What's going on, Gino?
Man, chilling. What's going on, y'all?
Commander of K defense, though. I respect it. I respect the hustle.
We got Breezo here too. What's up, bro?
What's the word, bro? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
get
I hear you.
All right, let's get to it, man.
Look at the
Uh,
quad back together.
like I was saying though, so the Jada Ivey situation is a sticky situation, man. I believe we all know what happened, and we all know the comments he made in regards to the LGBTQ plus community and the celebration of Pride Month and things of that nature. He basically used his beliefs and his moral values to why he doesn't celebrate, nor does he, pretty much gives attention to that line of, living or whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna start with you, Mike. What are your thoughts on the Jada Ivey situation? Do you believe it's fair or unfair for him, or do you think the situation could be handled differently?
I think that this is another situation, another instance of you can pretty much speak out about anything, but that we've seen time and time again. People make all kind of remarks and bounce back. You can call somebody the N word. You can be racist as hell. You can be sexist as hell. You can cheat on your wife. You can beat kids. You can do all kind of shit. But as soon as you speak on the alphabet community, now you just went too far. It's like, oh, whoa, you can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't say whatever. Me personally, I don't have a problem with gay people, trans people, whatever you want to be. That's your business. I monitor my life and my bed. Don't worry, I don't give a damn what you doing yours. But I just think it's interesting. Like you can speak out against everything else but that. We've literally seen players come back from killing people. We've seen NFL players kill people in car accidents, all kind of shit, and not only get forgiven for it, but get to play again. So it's just like I just don't. I don't like. I ain't never been a fan of the picking and choosing shit. The selective outrage shit has always been something that has irritated me since for as long as I can think of. Like the shit irks me. Like people speak out against Black History Month all the time. Don't nobody say shit. Ain't nobody losing their job or their career over this shit. Nobody cares, right? So just because somebody told you flat out, my belief system does not support these core values. My core values say that I am against this thing, and I don't celebrate it, and I don't like that my employer pushes the agenda in his mind to celebrate it and force that on us. There's nothing wrong with that. He didn't bash him. He didn't do nothing extra. Bro spoke out on what he believed in, which is perfectly fine. We always telling people to take a stance or stand up for what you believe in. And then when they do, they get called crazy and all kind of other weird shit. So I think it's unfortunate. I do think bro needs help, but I don't think that the punishment fit the crime because he committed no crime. He spoke his truth. And so if I'm gonna lose my job or get kicked out of the league for that, then we got a bigger problem. Because are we gonna start kicking everybody out the league for all the other shit they got going on behind closed doors that is known about in NBA circles that don't get talked about? It's a slippery slope. That's all.
All right. What you got, Breeze?
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like Mike said, it definitely is a slippery slope. I'm not a fan of it because freedom of speech only allows you so much freedom nowadays. Like you can't even be free with your speech. He didn't say anything hateful. He didn't say anything distasteful. He just said he didn't agree. Like if that's so bad, we know a lot of athletes that say a lot of foul things about people who do heinous acts and they never get canceled. But because you have a belief or you have a religious view, there's a problem. I do think that the Bulls took the easy way out. I really think the writing was on the wall. I don't think this was the deciding factor to cut him. I think the writing was on the wall because Jaden Ivey isn't the player that he was in Detroit after the injury. So I think the writing was on the wall. They were already, borderline trying to get rid of him because they have a million guards over there. But I think this was just like the most politically aesthetic thing to do to actually get rid of him because they have a million guards over there, bro. They have what? Colin Sexton and Josh Giddey and Anthony Simons. Like, bro, what are they doing over there? Do I think he deserved the punishment that he got? No, it really wasn't fair, man. Moving forward, I'm proud of him because it takes a hell of a man to stand on your morals and your principles and your value. To sacrifice as much money as he sacrificed, even though he got his full $10 million contract, maybe he could have parlayed that into another contract and got a $50 million contract. So he basically stood on his morals and principles and outweighed the money. And I'm very proud of him. It takes a lot of strong men to do that. A lot of people would have just said next question or whatever. But, I look at him as someone who's going to be an inspirational beast because that's the definition of a man, bro. To stand on what you believe in, no matter what the consequences. These are the Martin Luther King type things, the Muhammad Ali type things, the Bill Russell type things. They stood on what they believed in spite of the consequences, which a lot of people say, the consequences did not outweigh what they inevitably would have achieved. But, all in all, man, Jaden Ivey, man, you got my respect, dog. I'm not gonna lie. I wish you were still in Detroit. I would have bought a jersey. I ain't buying no Bulls jersey because fuck the Bulls. But yeah, man. Shout out to Jaden Ivey, man. Hell of a guy.
Before I let you go, Gino, what's going on, Winston? You feel me? Put your cover on the stage. You wanted to shout out my boy, so there you go. Hopefully you still here to see it. But go ahead, Gino. What you got?
All right. I look at it like this. One, I don't think I agree with you, Breezo. They wanted him out of there. And so here's how I always look at it with a lot of these controversies. I know the Bulls feel he's not good enough to waiver whatever controversy the NBA feels it has to deal with. Because I know if this was Cade Cunningham, Cade is still a Piston. I know, and Jaden Ivey even said it, that with Anthony Edwards did a couple years ago or a year ago, he's still a Timberwolf. I know no matter how people feel about LeBron in old age, LeBron is still playing for somebody. So I know that from the perspective of the Chicago Bulls, before I go to the NBA, from the perspective of the Chicago Bulls, like Breezo said, they knew they messed up with that trade. Even before that, when I would watch Jaden Ivey talk about certain things, I as a Piston, I was like, yeah, I'm glad this dude is gone. Because I knew even with some of the stuff that he was saying, like, yeah, sooner or later he gonna bump his head into something anyway. And is he good enough at the price point that you pay him without the talent to keep him? Because I already know this really, like, morality for the NBA is in all of these organizations is not, I don't want to say it's not real because they care about certain things, At the end of the day, it's gonna come down to talent, money, and can we win with you. All that other stuff, morality, and we care about this and we care about that. You care about how much money you can make. And the moment you feel as if there isn't enough, there's a force that's gonna be strong enough to take the money away that you have. The next question you're gonna ask is not people here, but the NBA leaders, is this player good enough to withstand whatever money we feel like we are going to lose in our estimation? And I say they estimation because they can be wrong in estimation. They can underestimate how many people would support Jaden Ivey. They can overestimate how many people will have a problem with Jaden Ivey. But if in their estimation, if they believe that what he did is going to cost us money and he's not good enough to overcome that, he's gone. Cade Cunningham is not gone. Cade Cunningham damn near could say, fuck Detroit, my bad. He's damn near say, bump Detroit, but I still want to be here. Cade Cunningham could damn near say anything and he's still going to beat it. Now, he might get a suspension, might do 10 games, might have to go, to a sensitivity training, but Cade Cunningham ain't going, no, LaMelo Ball ain't going nowhere. Now, I'm gonna say the second part real quick. I'm going to throw it to you, Tavares. How I always look at it when it comes to any moral issue with these sports leagues. If you support Jaden Ivey and you want to get Jaden Ivey back in, at the end of the day, it comes down to demonstrating the money that you can generate supporting him. Because for the NBA, that's the only thing that really matters. That's the only thing that will make the decision. It's a combination of how he plays and also how they feel, how many people will show up for him. Because at the end of the day, if he can demonstrate that he has the talent to play and that people keep just buying jerseys on top of jerseys on top of jerseys, you can find a place for him somewhere, even if it's a conversation behind the scene where it's like, Jay, you can just say this, don't say that, if he wants to come back. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to take it away from the NBA. It's still a business. They can discern who they want to keep and who they want to let go. And if you don't, and if you want to change that, then you have to put so much money behind Jaden Ivey that bare minimum they can say we can withstand it. But I don't look at the NBA. No, these dudes want money. These dudes want talent. They want wins. If you compromise those three things all together, I hate to tell you, you out of there. If you want to keep Jaden Ivey there, either he's gonna have to play better, he's gonna have to get some wins, or you're gonna have to put some money and support behind him to where bare minimum the NBA goes, we can find Salt Lake City, Utah for you, where we can stick you in Utah. They kind of agree. You got enough support, you can move tickets, and everything is good at the end of the day. Other than that, the NBA has been made their mind up about what they support, right, wrong, or indifferent. So either you're gonna be good enough to not get cut when you say it, or you're gonna get cut. And they've been pretty consistent about that. There's been no slippery slope about that. If you go against what we believe, are you good enough to not get cut? If the answer is no, you gone.
All right, for sure. I think Gino hit it right on the head, man. I think it's an unfortunate reality, but it's the reality nonetheless. Because at the end of the day, if your talent doesn't overcome or it doesn't pretty much so supplants your status almost in the NBA, I think you can go on the mic and pretty much ruin your career. I think that's true across any major sport. I think we've seen the same thing in NFL with I forgot the dude name who came out. I think that Michael Sam, the edge rusher who came out of the
Mm-hmm.
game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it pretty much that pretty much ruined his career. I mean, it's unfortunate because at the end of the day, we all have our lifestyles, our beliefs, our moral codes that we're not going to move off of. We all going to be honest and true to ourselves and the things of that nature. But the reality is the reality. And if the teams do not value you enough, they're not going to deal with the circumstances that's going to come with you. That's just what it is. Same reason why we seen Shador Sanders dropping the draft for a lot of teams. It's the same reason why we seen, you know, someone like, excuse me, Le'Veon Bell, when he was at the peak of his powers, go an entire year without playing for someone because no one wanted to trade for him ultimately and deal with the media backlash of what came with him in Pittsburgh. And with Jaden Ivey specifically, it's unfortunate because again, at the end of the day, he's a man simply expressing his beliefs. And whether you agree or disagree, whether you think it's right or wrong, whatever the case may be, is irrelevant. The fact is, this man worked his entire life to get to this point of his life, more so than more people ever would work towards anything in their life. And it was for naught now. Because I don't believe he's going to go get picked up by anyone. I don't think anyone's going to take a flyer on him with a chance on him. So it's the harsh reality of the business of the beast, man. And I just think when you in these kind of circles and in these kind of realms of people who are like literally walking on eggshells in a sense when it comes to what they say about certain things, you got to be mindful. But like what Bree said, everyone isn't willing to censor themselves and to back off their beliefs. So I get it, man. But it's just unfortunate to see a young man lose his career before it really even started, to be honest. So that's the unfortunate part. But again, go back to Winston coming, man. I appreciate you coming, bro. And Raymond, how you doing, bro? But anything else you want to add before we move on?
No, sir.
Nah, I'm good.
All right. So next thing I want to speak on, the Dylan Brooks and Kevin Durant exchange. And KD, and we all know Dylan Brooks at this point, he's going to talk his noise. That's who he is as a player, whatever the case may be. KD came out and pretty much said what he said to him, saying like how, my worst season is better than your best. And they pulled the numbers showing this. And it was it was pretty accurate. So I mean, I bring it up to say this, man. Later on, Kevin Durant did issue a statement to give respect to Dylan Brooks, saying that that's his game. That's how he gets in the mojo of things. Gets him going. That's when he's at his best, whatever the case may be. My question for y'all is, I'm gonna start with you, Breeze. Do you think there's a legitimate place in the league for players like Dylan Brooks? Like, they may not be the greatest on the court any night, but the energy and just the overall presence they bring with the trash talk and just the aggressive play, you think that is a good thing for the league?
Yeah, man. That's what the league needs. Honestly, it's too much of a friendship driven league, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's a lot of times I'm watching games and dudes are too buddy on the court. Like, you can be friends outside of the sport. I'm not saying hate everybody, but it was I think it was maybe 2022. When they asked Giannis, they said, Giannis, do you work out with anybody in the off season? You're like, nah.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm trying to destroy everybody. I don't want to work out with them. That's what the league need, bro. You can be friends outside. Hey, shout out Ramon. I don't know you, but shout out to you, bro. You the GOAT.
Yeah,
Hey, but you can be friends outside of the confine of the game, bro. But when it comes to the game, you're playing the ultimate sport, bro. Your emotions are high. You're fighting to win. And I think the NBA has shifted a lot away from the value of winning. A lot of them don't necessarily value winning over friendship. So a player like Dylan Brooks, he knows he's not the GOAT or he's not the great. He knows he's not top anything in his position, even top 20, top 30 in his position. But you can't tell me you need that delusion in your mind sometimes, bro. I know some people like, yo, this man delusional, he's tripping, bro. But you need that delusion. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Celtics fan, so I fuck with this. They asked Paul Pierce, they said, hey, Paul, you better than LeBron? He said no. But on any given day, I could be. And they're like, yo, what you mean? They're like, yo, what you mean?
I'm just saying, that's also the same nigga that said he was better than D Wade on national TV. So
listen, though, bro. You need that delusion, bro. You ask any great player, hey, or is this person better than you? Nah. If he say yeah, coming from like a competitive standpoint, bro, nobody. You can ask Nathan Peterman if he thinks he's the greatest quarterback ever. If he's a competitor, he's gonna say yeah. Like, the league just needs that competitive edge, bro. Like, that's why. Shout out to Gino, his Pistons. Fuck the Pistons though, but I love that competitive edge they have, bro. I love the fire. I love that, bro. We need that in the league, bro. We don't need the buddy shit. We don't need the, hey, this my boy, we cool. We gonna clap it up at half court and all that. Nah, we not doing that, man. We need it. The league needs to go back to having those attitudes, bro, that demeanor. And I think it's pretty good for Dylan Brooks. And if you ever need an opinion on his value, look at the teams he was on and when they left. Look what happened to the culture. When he left Memphis, everybody was talking shit about Memphis. Memphis was supposed to be what? Grindhouse 2.0, right? He left Memphis, that shit became powder puff. He went to Houston, they was calling them boys thugs. He left, now they pretty boys. Now he in Phoenix. Look at Phoenix now. The defensive intensity picked up. He's definitely a culture mover. He's not the best player ever. He's never going to be that, but he's definitely a culture mover. And you need that, bro. You really need that if you're going to be great. You need a person that's a loose screw. You need it.
Okay. What you got, Gino?
Like, I understand. Let me say this. As funny as what Kevin Durant said, and true as it is, if I'm Dylan Brooks, like Breezo, like just being honest, delusion or not, Dylan Brooks knows that Kevin Durant is better. All right.
100%.
And my job is not to be better than you. My job is, at the worst possible time, put a stain on your legacy. Meaning that if it's a game 7 and I get in your head, and you could have destroyed me 20 times, but if the Rockets and the Suns meet in the playoff and I get in your head for that game 7, no matter what you've done to me, if I can affect a series at one point to where you knock yourself and it's a stain on your legacy, that's like, if I'm Dylan Brooks, like, bro, that's my job. Like, why I am so big on Isaiah Stewart coming back in the event of if the Pistons play the Knicks is because I've seen times where Cat is not the same player when he sees Isaiah Stewart. Like, he will score and then keep all that celebrating to him. You can't even feed off of his energy because Cat is literally scared he might get punched in the face by this dude, which can be wrong, which can be this. But from the perspective of, like, if I'm a Pistons fan or if I'm the Suns or if I have like that type of player, yeah, I want a player that will make your best player prove it. I want your best player to prove that he's mentally tough enough to get through anything legally that we can put him through. I want that. I want Isaiah Stewart. I want Azura Thompson. Now, at the end of the day, that does not mean you always win, because it can blow up in your face like it did when LeBron went off on the Grizzlies. But bare minimum, I want that, because if I know I don't have a chance against Kevin Durant, the only thing that's left is me getting in your mental. That's it. Like, nobody really can stop Kevin Durant. But if you get Kevin Durant to stop Kevin Durant, which has happened, you can put Kevin Durant in the position as to where all that chirping really don't matter for that specific moment. So when I look at guys like Dylan Brooks, as long as you ain't getting suspended and to the point that you can't play at all, or you just giving up points in terms of like technical fouls that change the construction of a game all the time, nah, you need dudes like that, because sometimes these superstars are soft. Sometimes these superstars are not mentally tough. They got all the talent in the world, and then they end up like Tracy McGrady, can't get out the first round because it's too much pressure getting pushed towards them. And you need those guys that will push that pressure and push that button in critical moments as to where they cannot perform like Cade Cunningham. We don't know how Cade Cunningham is going to respond right now to whoever the Cavaliers enforcer is. But if I'm the Cavaliers, or if I'm the Celtics, or if I'm the Knicks, I want my enforcer to make you prove that you are mentally tough. I don't care how talented you are. I got superstars to kind of balance your talent. My secondary players, I want you to prove that he's mentally tough enough. You know, in any sport, football, if you're not the real Reavers, prove that Calvin Johnson is tough enough to get past you if you just start hacking the hell out of them. They're not calling it. But that's just how, like, you need them. You don't need too many of them because you can't win with a team full of Dylan Brooks. But 1 or 2 is needed for every championship team, bro. Even though the Suns ain't a championship team, but if you are one, you need just 1 or 2.
Okay. What you got, Mike?
I mean, we all know Dylan Brooks is aggravating as shit, right? The difference is this year he's actually being productive, like on a level that actually impacts winning consistently. So, like, he was the third or fourth? He was the 4th option in Memphis, even though he was a key player on that team. He was the fourth option in Memphis. He was option number who fucking knows in Houston. And at this point, real shit, he's like the second or third option for behind booking Jalen Green. There's really nothing.
I say he's two, bro, because Jalen Green in and out.
Jalen Green was hurt, but Jalen Green healthy, he's the third option for sure.
When is he healthy, bro? You can't be a number two option when you're not playing.
I mean, you still got Devin Booker, regardless. I understand that. If Jalen Green's hurt or not in the game, sure. But we're assuming their roster is healthy as far as just what their roster is. He's the third option, which is still an improvement from fourth. So you moved on up in the world. Congratulations. But he hooping. I ain't even gonna lie. He's annoying as hell, but he hooping. I just don't like all the weird shit, bro. Like, I get getting in the nigga head and doing all of that. I get challenging the superstars because real talk, we both in the NBA. Fuck you. For real. If we keeping it a buck, I ain't got to kiss your ass, nigga. We both on the same court hooping. So fuck you for real. I'm cool with all that because I'm with that. But it be the weird shit, bro. Like the extra goofy shit, intentionally grabbing niggas and fouling niggas. Like he do dumb shit sometimes that can lead to niggas getting hurt. And I think that's when they just be like, all right, come on with the dumb shit, bro. Like just hoop, nigga. Like we get it. You're a bad boy. You're the guy. You're a villain, nigga. Like you're the softest nigga. Like real talk, he's one of the softest villains I've ever seen. That nigga's like the villain from like fucking Phineas and Ferb and shit. Like he that type of villain. Nigga, you're not the Joker. You're not Bane, nigga. That's not your life. You wanted to be, and I get it, but it's not you. But he hooping, so I give him credit for that. I think that KD, we all know how KD is. So I mean, we can't really
kind of
take what KD say from any standpoint and with a microphone with a grain of salt because he's emotional as damn. So I mean, I personally don't mind him challenging KD or any superstar, whether it's Bron, KD, and whoever the fuck you facing. Shit, challenge all. Yeah, that's your job, bro. You're supposed to bust their head.
And I don't have a problem with what KD said because I mean, as a superstar, he's supposed to say like both of them are supposed to do what they did. Long story short, to me, KD's supposed to say you.
KD say what he. As a superstar, you plant that seed for sure because you may see him in the playoffs. And as Dylan Brooks, you just keep doing Dylan Brooks. So that's it.
I mean, for me, man, I think it is a place in the league for guys like Dylan Brooks for sure. It makes the game entertaining and it brings value and that competitive edge back, man. So I think from the perspective of just a competitive nature and just entertainment, I think that is for sure needed in the game. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but I'm not really of this belief that this is a piece you need to win a championship anymore. Maybe 5 years ago, maybe. But now I just think it comes down to who has better team chemistry, who just has better talent, bro. Like I think that's just what it comes down to. Like I think personally, these last couple final runs, or even some of these Western Conference and Eastern Conference matchups we've seen, like, bro, these guys haven't had no Dylan Brookses, Draymond Greens of the world to really get it.
My bad, T. Go ahead, my bad.
But I haven't really seen that kind of character really be that impactful on the championship team since Draymond. I mean, and I told y'all my beliefs about Draymond and the Warriors. I think he's more beneficiary to that system than it is him, vice versa. But hey, that's another story for another day. But at the end of the day, man, I believe Dylan Brooks is a good player. I think he is delusional, like how Breeze alluded to at times. But I think I agree with Breeze. I think you need that delusion sometimes. Like you need the guy in order to get in the head of the team sometimes. But the reality of the situation is, bro, that rarely really works in my opinion. Because like last time I seen a nigga try to get a KD head, he gave him 50. So I mean, I don't really know how impactful that will be in a Game 7 scenario against probably the greatest score this game has ever seen.
I say this, T. I think that if Kevin Durant has the clear-cut better team, you can't get in his head. I don't trust Kevin Durant when things are equal. Like if things are that's why like thinking about like the Pistons and the Rockets. The Rockets ain't making the finals, but just hypothetical. Pistons and Rockets are relatively close enough. Is that if there was like a back and forth of buckets between him and K, and then someone there to agitate him, I don't really trust. I don't really trust him like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I look at Kevin Durant and certain players and say like if things are equal, and they getting agitated, I don't trust them in critical moments. But I do agree with your point. Like if it's a situation where it's like they the better team, yeah, you're not stopping Kevin Durant because he's not gonna feel no pressure at all. So that's just how I kind of look at it.
I mean, I can't agree with that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I seen KD go out there with him and Russ and just demolish better teams, even when the mental wasn't there or like they didn't have the odds in their favor. Like when they came back down 0-2 against the Spurs back in, I think that was 2011, 2012. I mean, I don't know, bro. And again, he may not have someone in his mind or the back of his mind agitating him, but bro, whenever, like, I can't speak on every instance, but whenever I see KD have someone poke the bear, he's destroyed them. I see it against the Clippers. I see it against OKC. I see it against Golden State before he got to Golden State. Bro, I don't know, man.
I don't know about that when they blew that 3-1 lead. I don't know what to say about that.
That was just that personally. I don't think that was because anyone got in his skin. I just think he played bad basketball.
I think he got in his own head.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. One thing about this, like when you really factor everything in, if you get under Kevin Durant's skin and you force him to stop playing team basketball, you win. Because at some point in time, if you gotta pick between the better of two evils. If you got Kevin Durant on the Warriors and you just got Kevin Durant just jacking up shots and chucking up shots, the other team is not in rhythm. So when Kevin Durant go to the bench, now they got to reestablish a rhythm. That's your opportunity to get shit going. Like when it was with the Warriors versus the Clippers, and Kevin Durant said, yo, I'm not going to sit there and sacrifice the betterment of the team to get into a back and forth with Patrick Beverly. I'm Kevin Durant. Y'all know who I am. That's smart thinking, because if you take Steph and Clay out of rhythm, which we know they can get hot in a quick second, but the Warriors were beatable if you just let them sit there and just one person run the offense, one person just chuck up shots.
Yeah, and
so I think KD knows, like in the back of his mind, bro, if I sit here and try to go for 50 against dudes, the rest of my team is going to suffer. He can't do that shit with the Rockets because Sengun is not going to do shit. He not, brother. He's an inconsistent Turkish. I don't know what the fuck they eat in Turkey, but he's a something, bro. I don't know what the fuck wrong with that guy, bro, but he need Kevin Durant to help him out and get him the ball, bro. He's not that guy that's going to sit there and carry the team, bro.
Yeah.
What? What? What?
And it doesn't. And for you go, Mike. Go ahead, Mike. Nigga can't even get off.
So I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna go back to shutting the fuck up. He was playing perfectly fine before KD got there. Every time KD goes to a super team,
perfectly fine.
Can I finish? You see it go, right?
Go, brother.
Every time KD goes to a super team or a team that is missing a KD, so to speak, to put them over the hump, the people that were there prior to that were producing at a high level fall the fuck off. It's not the first time. He fucked Devin Booker game completely the fuck up.
Name him.
Completely fucked Devin Booker game up.
Name him.
I just did.
That's it, Devin Booker.
Nigga, he's been on 4 teams. The fuck you talking about?
Name him, because he went to Golden State, a well-oiled machine.
He
went to Brooklyn, and he had Gandhi on his team, and Kyrie, and James Harden with the hamstrings.
Gandhi.
So who fell, like, literally, who fell off? Like, I understand you can say Devin Booker game fell off or whatever.
Fell off. Şengün's game is falling off. James Harden game changed a little bit.
Wow.
Even though I give you the hamstring shit, but that was later.
I'm gonna say he got a hamstring.
I give you the hamstring shit. Cool.
Wow.
But I'm just saying, every time he goes to a team and he's the missing piece, that team gets worse than they were before he got there.
But what were the Nets before KD? The Suns made it to the finals with Chris Paul, but after that, what happened? That was a Cinderella run.
Used to have a better record last year or this year.
That was a Cinderella run, brother.
Used to have a better record last year or this year.
The Rockets?
Yes.
You do know they missing their starting point guard, right?
Sir, you're not answering the question.
No, because you're trying to compare it like it's the same team.
No, it's not about compare. It's the same. It happens every time.
Brother, it does not happen every time.
Bro, the team performs worse than they did prior to him getting there.
Brother, when we sat here and talked about the trade deadlines, what's the thing we said Houston needed, T? A point guard, right?
Yeah.
They needed somebody to run the offense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they took the small bit of a point guard that they had in Fred VanVleet, He's completely out for the whole year, and you wonder why it's an offensive drop off. Sengun is getting picked on and tortured.
I said the team. Period. I didn't say nothing about just offense,
bro. The team in general, bro. You take away a floor general from a team, what's gonna happen, Mike?
First of all,
talent doesn't beat cohesion, bro.
Fred VanVleet is not a prototypical point guard. He's just scoring.
He was for that team. He was the point guard for that team.
He's going to get his. He will distribute a little bit here and there in the process. But
he was the point guard for that team. I think you're
a scoring guard.
Mike, apples to oranges. Two things can be true. Fred VanVleet is going to get his, but he was the floor general for that team.
Fred VanVleet,
right or wrong?
Bro. That's what I'm
he was the floor general for that team.
No, he wasn't. Because you play point guard don't make you the damn floor general.
When they played the Warriors in that playoff series, who was facilitating? Who was running the offense?
Nigga gave me a series versus what the nigga.
Who was running it the whole year? Who was running it? It's a reason why they look like shit out there and cluttered without their floor general. It's a reason. No one calling him Magic Johnson. But he was the floor general for that team.
You ain't gonna call a nigga Magic Johnson.
Because, bro, you making it seem like I said this nigga is a career 15 assist guy. No, for that team, for that specific team.
How many assists per game did he average last year?
Say it again.
How many assists per game did he average last year?
So you're going off assists per game.
I just asked a damn question. Can we just
I'm just saying you're going off assists per game.
I just asked a question. How many total assists did he have for the year? Is that better for you?
You can.
Is that better for you? The total for the year is that better?
Pull it up, brother. You can pull it up.
I'm just asking. Is that better to say it that way?
I'm just saying, bro. When you lose your floor general, bro, and your team is now playing just 5-out wild basketball, bro,
they lost him more so for leadership. They lost him more so for leadership than floor generalship. He's a better leader than he is floor general. His leadership, I will give you that. That may be a bigger reason why they fell off. The nigga was not a floor general. He's not a damn processor distributor. That's not what he does. He shoot that bitch, and if in the process of shooting that hoe he get hot or somebody open in the corner, he gonna swing the bitch like anybody else.
I'm not disagreeing, but the point is for that team, that specific team, that's what he was. I'll give you an example. Ben Wallace on the Pistons, right? He was that anchor, right? Elite defensive anchor. He went to Cleveland. They tried to make him more than a defensive anchor, and what happens?
Shit ain't go good. Yeah, he was old.
So he was the guy for that specific team. That team, Mike. Listen, real good before you crash out. He was the guy for that team.
Houston ain't my team. I don't know fuck. I'm just saying.
Ah, man. I'm glad I'm glad y'all see what I go through with Mike on a daily basis.
You a damn lie. Most of the time we agree.
Look, man, for the end of the day, bro, I feel like we can get straight away for the big topic.
Yeah.
Hey, at the end of the day, next, man. What you said,
What's next? What's the next topic?
The next topic, man, we got Dexter Lawrence. We're gonna move off into some NFL. This one shit gonna get real spicy. We got Dexter Lawrence requesting a trade. It has been reported that by John Harbaugh that he doesn't want to move off of Dexter Lawrence. He would like him to be there. But as we all know, these things could go one of two ways. I got to hold him hostage and have him play out another year or so, but say they get the value back or whatever the case may be. Or Dexter Lawrence just does not show up, which he has not showed up for the voluntary workouts yet. So my question for you all is, I'm going to start with you, Gino. If Dexter Lawrence is moved, where do you believe he ends up?
If he's moved, I think he just I'm just trying to think of the people who got like cap space and stuff like that. For me, it has to be a team that's either missing a defensive tackle completely or it will just bolster their chances. Like when I looked at some of these spots earlier today, like where they said Green Bay, I don't even know where Green Bay really gonna have that money to even make that happen. It would be interesting if he was able to get to Buffalo to pair that with what they have. I think just the hard part for me, T, as far as where he should go. Now I know where I want to see the teams I want to see him go, but where he could go, that's kind of hard for me because really the draft hasn't happened, and I know that like a lot of these teams, in their minds for whatever reason, that's a conversation for another day. they believe that they are going to get a great player regardless, and they don't want to come up off picks right now, or they don't want to come off picks until the 11th hour in the draft. I don't agree with that. I believe that you should take the proven player, but I know that a lot of these teams swear and believe that I'm not making a trade right now unless it's in the first round, the 11th hour, and then I make it happen. Or I don't really want to entertain the trade right now because I have my board set up. So that's just kind of I don't really know. In my opinion, I'm gonna say this: if Buffalo can make money, so they can pair with what they already have, Buffalo needs to make a splash because I mean Buffalo really ain't did nothing in my opinion. I know we're gonna talk about Trayvon later. They got to pay people, but it would be good because again, Trayvon is a very good defensive end, and it would really help him to really get a dominant defensive tackle in there. So as far as where I would like to see him go, obviously if it ain't Detroit, Buffalo can make it happen. I know Breeze will hate Jacksonville, or Jacksonville can make it happen. One of them two.
Okay. What you got, Mike?
Teams that need the interior. I mean, we definitely need Niners. Definitely need it. I don't know if we can afford them, but we definitely could use an interior linebacker for sure to go alongside Nick and some of the other pieces we done picked up on defense. I would say a team like Jacksonville for sure. I agree with Gino. I would also say honestly Chicago for real. Like they don't really have a pass rush or a super stout interior like that. They had the rookie from last year. I forgot the kid name. I think he went to Texas A&M or something like that. He was pretty good. He was like Shamar Stewart or something like that. I don't remember his name, so I could be wrong. My bad. But he was okay at the interior of the D tackle. But you get a Dexter Lawrence, it might help kind of balance out the fact that you don't have elite bookend pass rushers. Montez Sweat is above average, but he's not like a top tier or second tier guy. To be honest, I'll put him like in a tier 3 kind of category, maybe top 15 to 20 range as far as pass rushers, maybe higher. But yeah, so Chicago for sure could use him. What else? What's another team? If he wants to play for a contender, he might be in that vein where he might be just tired of losing, so he may want to force his way to a contender. So like outside of us, I would say maybe like honestly, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If the stories about Philly trying to come up off Jalen Carter are true, I don't know if they'll do it because it's the same division, but you could always swap them out. You get the younger guy, and maybe with some more compensation since Dexter is more proven. Something like that. I don't know. It's kind of hard to judge because the defensive tackle, we haven't really had a defensive tackle get like paid like that for real in a minute. I think he was the last one, if I'm being honest. And so that I don't really know what that market is financially for what a new deal would look like for him. So I can't really speak too much on it.
All right. What you got, Breeze?
I'm not gonna lie, man. Just the Bills. That's it. Whatever they need to do to make it happen, make it happen. Because I'm not gonna lie to you. This might sound crazy, but I don't know how long they expect Josh Allen to try to continue to carry the fucking team, bro. The shit is getting ridiculous. It's really getting fucking ridiculous, bro.
I think that's every top 4 quarterback right now. But.
Nah, bro. In Josh Allen case, it's weird, bro. These other quarterback defenses ain't giving up 40 points, bro. Other than Joe Burrow.
Bengals. I was about to say, did we just forget the Bengals?
Other than Joe Burrow. And Joe Burrow is getting hurt, though. He's barely playing, bro. So I think with Josh Allen playing, the wear and tear on Josh Allen is going to exceed Joe Burrow's because Josh Allen is playing through injuries. At least Joe Burrow is getting hurt and sitting out. If you get what I'm saying. Like, he's getting hurt and sitting out, but Josh Allen is going out there. I remember the nigga got smacked 8 times against the Texans and had like 17 quarterback hits, bro. He got sacked like 8 times. There were like 17 quarterback hits in one game. In one fucking game, bro. And they lost that game. The defense was okay that game, but the way CJ Stroud was playing, bro, the defense should have at least had 3 touchdowns, bro. Based off interception, based off fuck-ups, all CJ Stroud would have. So they need to get some help, bro, because the offense, with the deficiencies they have on offense, just Josh Allen and James Cooks, is showing that it's enough to actually get to the playoffs and win a game. But when you're getting the shootouts and you have to score 40 points and you're letting a team march down the field in 17 seconds, bro, you have a problem. I think Dexter Lawrence would definitely add to that pass rush and to that defense up front with that front 7. and alleviate some of the responsibilities on the back end of that defense. So just the Bills, bro. If I'm the Bills, bro, I'm making that call, bro. I'm literally making that call, bro. We gonna talk business because I ain't gonna lie. The last person I seen with this type of luck was Aaron Rodgers. Literally making the playoffs and scoring 38 and defense giving up 41. Like, bro, this shit getting out of hand, bro. If I'm Josh Allen, bro, I'm getting pissed off because damn, bro. I understand y'all saying I'm this, but damn, bro. 38 points is more than enough to win the fucking playoff game, bro. It's more than enough. Way more than enough. And we crown Lamar. Lamar can't be the team that scored over 13. And this nigga had defense that looked at like best in the league, generational type shit. Went stupid that way. I forgot what year that was. Them boys went stupid that year. Elite defense. Couldn't be the team that scored for 13. But, you know, if I'm Buffalo, man, I'm making that call, bro. Because I don't know how much Superman Josh Allen has left, bro. Because the way he plays, bro, it's he's farther ahead than he is behind, bro. Honestly. The Superman, the diving over people, the it just take one injury or one tough hit, like the way Cam Newton used to get fucked up to derail all that stuff, bro. So if I'm them, bro, I gotta max out, bro. I gotta do everything I can to get this nigga some help on defense. Cause he showed me he good for 24, 25 points a game with James Cook.
All right. So for me, I'm not gonna lie to you, I think the obvious answer is the Bengals. I think if anyone needs defensive help, it is the Bengals and Joe Burrow and company, because it's just pathetic over there outside of DJ Turner. I know they made a move. They bought in oh man. What D tackle they just bought in? I forgot. They just signed the dude.
Wasn't it Jonathan Allen from the Vikings, or was that?
Yes, it was Jonathan Allen. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, but he ain't shit either. So I mean,
But that's what I'm saying. Jonathan Allen's decent. You feel me? But at the end of the day, bro, the Bengals have nothing. They have nothing. And I get it. The Josh Allen reasoning is cool. I get it. You know, to take them in with Green Bay possibly pairing with Micah or Chicago. The Bengals ain't got shit, bro. They ain't got nothing on defense. If you go out and you get you something that can help provide somewhat of a pass rush, now that you lost Trey Hendrickson as well, I say you go do it. Because at some point, you got to be able to get a stop in the game. Like, I know we say these quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers, Josh, have dealt with this throughout the playoffs. This nigga Joe Burrow dealt with it the entire season. Like, he can't even get to the playoffs because of this shit. And it's just unfortunate, bro, because I've never seen a quarterback, when he does play, granted he is hurt, but I've never seen a quarterback go out and just play. Like, I'll never forget. I've never heard this shit in my life. I will never forget when Shannon Sharp blamed Joe Burrow for the loss against the Commanders when he went out there, threw for 350 and 4 touchdowns. And for that moment right there showed me alone, like, this nigga defense is not only killing his career, but the media is now trying to convince niggas that he's the problem. So I'm like, nah. At some point, we gotta be fair, and this nigga needs someone else to get in the building and help make a swing in a game, a difference. Like, it just doesn't make sense, bro. I think the Bengals, for whatever reason, they always lock up on quarterbacks, and they're wasting yet again another great quarterback, the best that they probably had ever. I mean, and it's just unfortunate, man. If I'm the Bengals, I'm doing whatever it takes to get Dexter Lawrence in the building. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And if it's not the Bengals, I'm gonna say the Commanders. I think the Commanders need defensive help as well. I think they have the draft capital guard to make it happen. They got the cap space for sure. So those two teams, in my personal opinion, don't sit on your hands and just be cheap like the Bengals. Go out and actually make something happen, bro. Like, you have talent that can actually get you somewhere. Like, stop just sitting on it and wasting time. So if I'm them, I'm making a call, bro. That's just me.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think the Bengals have bigger worries than just Dexter Lawrence, bro. They need to do something about that line.
But they got to start somewhere, bro. Like,
no, they need to start on that line, bro.
But this is the thing, Breeze. We can't keep kicking the can down the road. Like, at some point, you have to address something,
bro.
Like,
you have to start on that line, bro. We can't just keep
excusing poor management. That's like saying a nigga work at McDonald's, all the employees some shit. It's like, oh, well, we can't fire everybody. Well, hire someone good and start from there. Like you got to start somewhere, dog. We can't keep saying that.
The point is, bro, you're not gonna have Joe Burrow for much longer if that revolving door doesn't get shored up. This is the thing.
Breeze, they've signed three linemen. They've signed three
Just-
linemen and drafted 2 more. They're at the
and
very
how did
least
that work out, bro? They got to fix that, bro.
has been the worst defense in the last 3 years.
I understand
they have to do
that,
something.
T. But your franchise guy is out there dying. He's dying, bro.
But the thing is, dog, you're saying he's dying, and I get it. It has to be better. I'm not denying that. But the defense also has to be addressed. The two things can be true at once. They both have to be better.
But the line is more important, bro.
No, it is not. The defense is literally the worst in the league. They have the worst offensive line and the worst in the league. How are we saying the two worst things are more important or more critical? They're not.
If you had a quarterback that was shown as durable, that was okay, that's cool. You're paying Joe Burrow max money and he's getting fucked up out there.
But even when he plays, they lose because of defense, bro. So I'm saying, regardless if he's in or out the lineup, they're losing games.
So let me ask you, T. You bring in Dexter Lawrence, right? God forbid, knock on wood, Joe Burrow get hurt for the whole season next year. How many games they winning?
Bro, with him, they're winning 6 games. So I don't get what
they winning 3 without him. Huh? They winning 3 without him.
They're winning 6 with him. So
they winning 3 without him?
My point is they got to start somewhere, bro. We can't keep saying we cannot keep saying these dudes got to address this instead of this. They got to address everything.
So Mike, what you addressing first, Mike? Your defense or protecting the guy you paying $45-50 million to?
They need to do both.
What you addressing first, Mike?
Go, Mike. I'm gonna go after you, Mike.
I just want to say, I just want to say, listening to Joe has not gone well. He wanted y'all to pay both Jamar and T. You should have paid Jamar, traded T, got something for him, drafted protection. You didn't do that. It's too late. Now Trey Hendrickson's gone, your best pass rusher. He's gone. So your defense is even worse than it was before. The real problem with these niggas is they can't draft their way out of a paper fucking bag. That's the biggest issue with these niggas. Every draft pick they have damn near misses. DJ Turner is the only nigga we can name in the last 4 or 5 years that's been worth a damn outside of a Jamar Chase or a T. Higgins. They are terrible. They need to fire everybody in the front office with a G in front of their title or M in their shit. They need to go. Then you bring back Zach Taylor, he's not a good coach, bro. He's okay. But he should have been fired too in this cycle. They should have started that shit over. So they have bigger issues even than just the defense and the offense. I get protecting Joe, but Joe also, after watching some of the games, Joe also runs himself into some of these situations because he's trying to overcompensate for the fact that they don't have a defense. Sometimes the pocket is there. He can make a better throw on the run, which I get, or a better throw in his mind to get to a Jamar or a T, but you're also putting yourself in harm's way. And since you already have the history of getting dinged up, you have to start thinking about shit like that. You can't keep getting fucked up, essentially, and think you're just going to keep shaking back. Now, the way he got hurt this past season, that was kind of fluky on some weird shit. I ain't going to hold that one against him because I think he was going to the ground any fucking way. He was going down for the tackle. It wasn't like he was doing nothing crazy.
Yeah, it was the same thing with that throwing injury.
Yeah, throwing injury too. So, like, them two are kind of just more weird than his fault. But some of this shit, it is on him, bro. Gotta be smart, man. And again, with all the other shit that we know he's dealt with the niggas breaking into his house and all of that, and him talking about even at the end of the year, toward the end of the season, he don't have joy about playing football anymore. He don't know how much longer he want to do this, all this kind of shit. We thought that meant he wanted to get the fuck out of there. And now that he's still there, we know he's not going anywhere. And so if you're not going to go anywhere, you're going to stay in Cincinnati, cool. But you need to do your part to keep yourself upright because you know you're the best chance for y'all to win games at this point. They really, if you scrap the front office, do that shit over, get rid of that bum ass coach. That's what the fuck they need to do. Start hitting on draft picks. That'll help a lot. Because you keep being 6-11, 6-11, or 8-9, or whatever the case is. You're getting top 15 picks and you're drafting like niggas who should be drafted in the 4th round, in the 1st round. That's the issue. If they were hitting on draft picks, none of this shit would be a moot point.
And then that comes to my point. So I was gonna say this to you, Breezer. I feel like, let's just hypothetically say that the Bengals do want Dexter Lawrence. And this is how a lot of these teams right now are kind of looking at it. This is one of the rare times in the NFL that where you can kind of do both. It's where you got your board set and you can go for that player that you want in the draft. And then at the kind of the 1st round passes or whatever, you can use that 2nd round pick to go trade for a guy like that because everybody else is not giving up a first round pick. Everybody else at this current moment, unless like at the bottom of the first round, which is relatively a second rounder, the Bengals not giving up the top 10 pick for Dexter Lawrence. Now, we could argue that they should, but a lot of these teams is thinking if I'm a top 10 team, my board already has a quote unquote all pro marked out. And then if I have a chance to go all pro, I'd rather stack talent than to just miss out on the quote unquote value of both of those moves. So there's a world where the Bengals could draft that left tackle that they need, and then if they watch how things unfold and nobody trades for Dexter Lawrence in the first round, they just use a second round pick to get Dexter Lawrence. Because most teams in the first round are not about to give up a first round pick, right, wrong, or indifference for Dexter Lawrence. A lot of teams rather wait for the draft to be over and then trade next year's pick to get Dexter Lawrence, because then I get the players that I want plus Dexter Lawrence. So that's why I kind of say, like, to your point, T, this is one of the rare times where you could do both. Is where you could handle your draft, handle your line, and then after the draft, go to the Giants and say, what do you want for the 2027 draft? Because I don't even know where I'm gonna be in the 2027 draft. But then to Mike Jones' point, do we even trust the Bengals to pull that off correctly? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not against them going against Dexter Lawrence. But a competent organization right now, if they wanted Dexter Lawrence, I want my guy in the first round, which can fix the offensive line, then come back with my second round pick and move that to get Dexter Lawrence. That's how it's supposed to go. But it's the Bengals. Will it go that way? No.
But to your point, they probably at this point, because they can't draft worth a damn, which we've seen repeatedly, they probably should send a first round pick and just be done with this shit.
Just call it a day.
For real, you're gonna fuck this up somehow. So y'all do it every time. It's not like we say in the past couple years or maybe that specific regime.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can't draft worth a fuck.
And see, I agree.
In the top 5, you're missing badly.
Yeah, and I can agree with that, Mike. I do feel like bad organizations.
You find a way to stay bad.
Yeah, they should go ahead and burn that capital because they don't trust their point. They should start somewhere, but I know that these teams are thinking to themselves, I'm top 10, I'm gonna draft the all pro, then trade for the all pro. So
and with them too though, but even with that though, what we saying they should go ahead and do it. They didn't even want to pay Trey Hendrickson. So do we trust them they're gonna want to get Dexter a new deal? Can they afford to give him a new deal? Because we know they cheap as shit. So
that's another problem.
That's probably the worst fucking organization for him to go to and think he's finna get some money.
I'm not even gonna lie. I think the writing on the wall, man. This
the prophecy, bullshit. Go ahead, bro.
It's the prophecy. It's meant Joe Burrow to be in Indy, dog.
What the?
I'm telling you, bro. I watch him play.
Man, talk the mud, man.
I watch him play, bro. I see Andrew Luck, dog. I see it, bro. And I think it's just for him to. We got the line. We got the line ready.
What capital do you have to give up to get him?
Hey, no.
Kirk Cousins,
let's move on.
We got every bro, whatever they need, bro. Nigga, I'll mortgage half of Lucas Oil Stadium to get them, bro. Whatever they need, bro.
We moving on.
Next topic, man. This nigga
whatever we need, man.
Kirk Cousins a $20 million deal with Raiders, man. Does that affect Mendoza at all being drafted by the Raiders? Do y'all believe yes or no?
No.
I think it's a good idea.
It's a great idea.
I'm not gonna lie. You put together a new offensive line. Let Kirk go out there and get fucked up.
Bingo.
Mentor Mendoza for a little bit. Let's see what's going on. Work through his deficiencies. If you can pull an Aaron Rodgers situation, not even 3 years, maybe 2, maybe 1.5. Shit, maybe even game 11 or 12. Let Kirk go out there and get fucked up. Let that happen.
If he ball out, you good too. You can just sit there.
Let that happen. Because right now, the only direction is up for the Raiders. That's it. You can't get worse than you already was.
I mean, you're right. You can't get worse than the first pick.
You can't get worse. And you're in a division with the Chiefs, the Broncos, and the Chargers.
I ain't gonna lie. It sounds weird to say this because you shouldn't encourage tanking. But this would be probably the perfect gift for them to be asked just one more time. Because the draft class coming out next year, just from a weapon standpoint, from the receivers and all that shit, it might be worth being asked just one more time.
I'm just saying, bro. And bro, we already know
around and get the third pick or the second pick and I could take Jeremiah Smith next year, or Buddy from other dude. If I could take Jeremiah Smith next year with the second or third pick, I ain't mad at that. Because if
I
the
ain't gonna lie,
Chiefs
bro.
are
We
ass,
know how this
if
gonna
the
end
Chiefs
up.
are ass and you're good, they're probably gonna get that nigga. I'd rather he play for me than him.
Bro,
All
the
right, man.
prophecy is fulfilled, bro. The same shit happened to Brady. Remember he tore his ACL?
No, you're right. He had
And he
that,
came back and they were the same age.
in between Super Bowls or some shit like that.
They were the same age. Pat Mahomes, it's over. It's over for the AFC, bro.
Yeah, but
it's
see,
over.
Pat is also way more athletic than Brady doing. He does rely on his legs more than Brady ever did. So that might.
But this is the thing, though, bro. Remember, Pat said he was out there just fucking around. He didn't know how to read defenses. Now, when the athleticism goes, you have to overcompensate with skill. So he's gonna have to learn.
So I ain't debating that. I'm just saying, like, he does, especially in bigger games, he does rely on his legs more than Brady ever did. Like Brady but Pat get them 15, 20, 25-yard runs, because you can't touch that. You can't touch these motherfuckers.
Exactly. But bro, he's gonna learn how to sit. He's gonna come back more surgical. I bet any amount of money he's gonna come back a way better passer.
I can agree with that. He'll come back more surgical.
Then, bro, I'm not gonna. This gonna be look, bro. Travis Kelce sacrificed his last couple. I bet this is gonna be an elite year for Travis Kelce. Watch, he was ass these last couple years, bro. He was ass these last couple years. No, I'm saying these last couple years, Travis Kelce was in. Watch, he come back and have an All-Pro year. Watch Kenneth Walker change life over. It's gonna be some weird shit going on, bro. Because it's the prophecy.
Weird shit going on.
It's the prophecy.
Is Mahomes gonna be ready by week 1?
They said he's a way ahead of schedule, bro.
I don't know who else they got.
It's some weird shit going on, bro.
You're right.
I
think Kirk will be solid, bro. I think he kind of got like a raw deal in Atlanta because you paid him all that money and then turned around and took Penix. I don't even know why you took that nigga, but you took Penix at 9. Kirk would have never signed there if he knew y'all was gonna do that weird shit. So I hope my boy. I heard Kirk would have. No, he wouldn't have.
What the fuck, Kirk Cousins? Who was gonna pay Kirk that money?
They weren't the only team interested in Kirk Cousins, bro.
Who was going to pay him that money, though?
We would have said that before we just saw this contract he got right now.
Bro, the guaranteed in Atlanta was outrageous.
The nigga's agent is Hall of Fame God tier level.
Bro,
somebody was going to pay that.
That money coming off an Achilles tear was outrageous. Nobody was going to pay him that. They would have gave him a contract similar, but not guaranteed money.
Maybe it would have been less overall, but the nigga would have got it fully guaranteed, just like every other fucking.
No, he wouldn't have, bro. He wouldn't have. I'm not rocking with that, bro.
History don't tell us that.
I'm not rocking with that, bro. I'm not
10
rocking
years
with
of guaranteed money. What are we talking about?
Atlanta just known for fucking up, bro. Atlanta gave away Brett Favre for Pringles. They known for fucking up.
Brett Favre was a fuck up.
And they known for fucking up, bro.
Brett Favre.
They known for fucking up, bro. Nah.
So was the Brett Favre. So let's not act like the nigga was.
No.
The nigga was an alcoholic and a gambler, and they got rid of him. It wasn't like he was a saint, and they just got rid of him just cause.
Oh no, he wasn't a saint. But ain't no way you tell me the nigga go from alcohol and gambling
the nigga
to going to Green Bay and winning 3 straight MVPs.
That's fine. He still only won 1 championship.
You act like this nigga ain't a top 10 quarterback all the time.
Be a top 10, bro. At the same time, he obviously needed to get the fuck out of Atlanta. He couldn't focus.
Who don't need to get out of Atlanta? Look what goes on in Atlanta.
This nigga, man. You brought up
pretty sure Brett was that for me.
The fact that they traded the nigga like he didn't deserve to be traded. He more than deserved to get fucking traded.
Bruh.
They traded that nigga and they welcome to the Vic experience, nigga. If they don't do that, they never get Vic. It changes a whole bunch of shit. So, I mean.
That was a generational fuck up, bro.
It wasn't. Trading Brett Favre was not a generation.
Hey, listen, man.
Generation.
Regardless of how you want to look at it, regardless of how it go down, man. Kirk Cousins, his agent, he's gonna go in the Hall of Fame for what he does, boy. He probably the best at what he do.
That nigga need a room to himself.
The $20 million was fully guaranteed with the Raiders too. So whatever he got going on, I don't know what deals with the devil he done made, but his agent working magic, man. But I don't think it affects Mendoza in the slightest.
God-fearing man, he done made it with Jesus Christ himself. Yeah.
Like something, man. He did something. But let's move off into the next topic, man. We're talking about Trayvon Walker's extension. He did sign a 4-year extension worth $110 million. I believe it's $77 million in guarantees, if I'm not mistaken. And this is a guy who's a former number overall pick. This is a guy who last season did not have the statistics you would like to see, but his impact on the field, nonetheless, if you watch Jags and you watch them play, he's a guy who is one of the better run stop edge setters, I should say, as an edge rusher in the league. He's also a guy that can provide consistent pressure on the quarterback. So I'm gonna start with you, Breeze. Division rival. Want to see your thoughts on it, man. What you think about the extension?
It better pan out because that losing Devin Lloyd, it better pan out. It was that last year. Was it really him, or was it just him being in a system that helped him be great? Do you have that much faith in him? Because I ain't gonna lie, losing Devin Lloyd was a hell of a loss. A hell of a loss. That nigga was out there picking shit off like he was a corner. Like he was playing some elite damn ball. That's a huge pickup for the Panthers. So I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen anything from him that warrant an extension, bro. I would have kept Devin Lloyd. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. But hey, it is what it is, man. Moving forward, we do need to see improvement. We do need to see more consistency. As a number 1 overall pick, he has been underwhelming by number 1 overall pick standards. So, it's interesting. Maybe the Jags know something we don't know, but when you lose Devin Lloyd, like I said, a linebacker who's elite in coverage, who's a tackling machine, who's downhill, like, really making shit happen, and you extend the guy who's lukewarm and he's hot and he's cold, and it's interesting, brother. Like I said, I don't like the move because Devin Lloyd was obviously the safer keep, but we'll see how it goes, man.
What you got, Gino?
I think the Jags believe that they still have the best pass rusher in the draft. And I believe that the Jaguars believe that they are going to reach the potential that they were sold on by a lot of people pre-draft about Trayvon Walker. And I believe that the Jags believe that in the end this will be a steal because he will be looking Aiden Hutchinson eye to eye in terms of production and impact. That's what I believe from the Jaguars ownership standpoint is what they believe. They still believe that they got the Michael Parsons of the draft. That's what they feel like. Even some of their fans to this day still feel like Trayvon Walker is like one jump away from demonstrating that he wasn't a mistake as the first overall pick. Because I'm being clear, it was 100% a mistake to take him first overall. And it goes back to this SEC bias. It goes back to what ESPN pushes late in these drafts. And I just feel like from the Jaguars' perspective, and again, I'm not saying Trayvon Walker isn't a good player. To me, he's very good. We can get into good, very good, and all of that. But I think for the Jaguars management, they still believe he's 25. He can hit the next level. We are going to get that payoff that people told us that we could get from his ceiling. And like Breezo said, if it works, then you got to steal. If Trayvon Walker maxes out that potential that ESPN and the SEC sold people on him about, then you basically got Aiden Hutchinson for damn near $15 to $17 million less per year, which is a hell of a steal. If it doesn't work out, then people will remember that you blew that pick because pick 2, 3, 4, 5 is like all pros. And you made a terrible decision because you let ESPN get up here and tell you because this man is from Georgia and run fast, he should be the first overall pick. That's really what it comes down to.
Okay. What you got, Mike?
Yeah, he's not good, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Not good is crazy.
Yeah,
He's
you don't
not
think he good?
He's
Yeah.
average, bro.
Hold
He's
on,
not-
let him cook. Let him cook. Talk that shit, Mike. Let him cook.
The nigga is okay. He's solid. Real shit. Overall, from start to finish, from his rookie season up till now, the nigga is like a slightly more athletic Montez Sweat for real. Like if you really look at the production, to be honest with you. Like he's not. I definitely at the expense of Devin Lloyd, I would have never kept him. He would have got his walking papers before Devin Lloyd did. And so now you already got Josh Hines Allen on the other side. It's not like you devoid of any pass rush. You still got Josh Allen on the other side. I would have gladly got rid of Trayvon Walker for a third or fourth round pick, or somebody who's willing to give me one, and just move the fuck on. Especially in this draft. This draft is heavily defensive laced, heavily edge rusher laced for real. And so I would have had no problem letting that nigga walk. But they made the decision. They did what they do. I don't think it will pan out personally. I think, and like Gino said, there was no reason, as much as I hate fucking Michigan with a passion, there's literally no excuse for passing up on Aiden Hutchinson. There was just there's nothing that you can convince me that made sense about making that decision. The nigga 6'7", 280, 290, runs like a fucking deer, and defeats double teams and obviously he killing single blocks, but he's defeating double teams too, splitting double teams and killing your quarterback every other fucking rep. Like I don't understand what there was that we didn't see enough of for them to think that Trayvon Walker was the answer. He wasn't even the best player on that fucking defense that year.
He wasn't.
He wasn't. So you didn't even take the best player off the defense. Like Gino said, you let ESPN get in your head to tell you because Georgia's having a run. These last 2 years, they've been on this run, and they having NFL players, and they got NFL factory now. We're going to take this guy from Georgia because he's a hell of an athlete. He runs fast, and he's got real bendy fucking hips, and he can twist. It's just real dumb shit they be overly worried about. That really don't even help you during the game. That shit helps sometimes, and sometimes it get you put on your motherfucking back pocket depending on the left tackle you're going against. So, like, that shit's not universal. You face a nigga like Penei Sewell or Trent Williams, all that bendy shit gonna get you put on your ass in 2 seconds. That shit's not helping you. So it's just like, I don't think he was worth the extension. I wouldn't have given him 100, nothing. They should have picked up the option if they could have, if that was an option. I don't know, maybe he's already past that point, but I would have definitely let him walk if I had to pick between him and Devin Lloyd.
But you don't feel like he good. You don't feel like he at least.
I feel like bro is a slightly more athletic Montez Sweat for it. And if you look at people, if you look at Montez Sweat's overall production from the time he came to the league and you compare it to Trayvon Walker's, bro, it's really not that far off for it.
And I don't think we're looking at it as him being good. We're looking at it where he was drafted, number 1 overall, the expectation, and then Aiden Hutchinson is right there.
I understand that, Breezo. I'm removing that and just saying like him
as
a player.
I can't remove it because you had the first overall pick and you had the opportunity to take him and you didn't. So
I understand that.
Aiden Hutchinson, even off a broken leg,
completely snapped,
played light years better than this nigga did.
Yeah, I understand that.
Hey, Mike cooking, man. Go ahead, Mike. Keep cooking, dog.
You worried about it because it's your division, but I'm
cooking, bro. Like my man cooking, man.
But hold on, real quick, Mike.
Swear to God, you put their numbers side by side, Montez Sweat and Trayvon Walker, bro. You can be like, damn. If I didn't put their names on it and just put the fucking stats up, bro, you be like, damn, okay. I don't know who's who.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like he is still a miss of a pick because to me, I think Montez is good.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I feel like both are good. It's just a miss because good don't be all pro.
Never.
And then then on top of that, Stingley was in that draft. So then it's like double all pro. But I still think like he's good.
There were so many great picks and choices that they could have made, and they literally made the worst pick out of the ones that were available.
Yeah,
it's just like, why? You didn't have to. You made that. You intentionally fucked that off. Because you was watching Mel Kiper on fucking ESPN and Todd McShay.
It's definitely tough because for sure Trayvon Walker isn't Aiden Hutchinson. Hell, he's not. So it's who else went that draft? That was a pretty good.
I mean, just think about the young passers in the league, period.
I mean,
he's not Aiden Hutchinson. He's not Will Anderson.
Not Parsons.
He's not Micah. Any of the young pass rushers in that collective group of those guys in the last 5 or 6 years. He's definitely not better than Max Crosby. He's not better than none of these dudes. Like, he's not.
I mean, for sure, he's not better than those dudes. He's
not. Like, even if you had to just rank him right in the league, as far as the 32 teams, right? Where are you putting him? Out of let's say out of 64 pass rushers, because all teams got 2. So 2 edges, right? So where is he at out of the 64 guys?
He middle of the pack.
Fringe middle of the pack.
What's middle to y'all? So he 32 through 40?
He'll be 36 through. He'll be like 32 through 36.
And where would you put Aiden Hutchinson, Will Anderson, and Michael Parsons? Top 5, top 10.
Bro, the argument isn't that he's better than those guys. We all know he's not.
My point is they took you number 1 overall to be better than those guys. And you're not only are you not better, you're here. there. Like it's a
fuck nigga cooking,
it's a
man. Hey,
very-
Mike, what's your cash app, bro? I'm finna send you a dub, man. What's your cash app,
you know
bro?
what I'm saying? FG.
Yeah, like we get that, Mike.
My dog out
I'm
here
just
shit.
saying,
But
like,
I'm
if
just, but my thing is, hold on, before you go, Gino, let me say this. My thing is, I don't believe anyone in their right mind is going to argue Trayvon Walker is anywhere close to those guys because he's not. But my pushback came when it was said he's not even a good player.
I said
I'm
he's
not rocking with that.
okay.
He's better than okay. That's what I'm saying. He's a good player.
I mean,
I think he's an average. He's an average player.
See, you just gotta factor in everything, bro. It's not too far fetched to say with the expectations and everything that he was supposed to be, he's underachieving, brother.
By a good margin. It's not like he just.
So
It's not even like it's been injuries. Like
whose standard, the number one overall pick standard? Is that what
Yes. And the people that was drafted behind him.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
listen, this is what I don't like. Like we're saying he's underachieving to the standard of what he was taking. You're being picked first overall doesn't mean you're going to come in being an all-pro first year, bro. That's not
No. You're picked number one overall because they believe you have all-pro potential. He has not realized any of that potential.
But that does not make him
a bad player. Pro Bowl?
Huh?
Has he even made a Pro Bowl?
I think he was an alternate.
Yeah, he made a Pro Bowl.
Might have to double check that.
Bro, we playing stock in Pro Bowls now? What the fuck?
But I'm saying that's my point though.
He made a Pro Bowl last season.
Okay,
man, that shit ain't no goddamn accomplishment.
you got one Pro Bowl out of the first 5 years of your career.
But all
no top 10, 20 defensive player of the year finishes. Like you ain't got really shit going on. And it's not like he been injured. If he had been hurt, we gotta get niggas grace. Like if he had been suffering injuries and shit, okay, cool. You gotta get
what I'm saying though, Mike, hypothetically, don't jump out the window. Bosa is healthy and you get Trayvon Walker. You don't feel like you've gotten better?
No.
If Trayvon Walker's on your team?
No.
Well, who your second pass rusher?
Even if I just had Markel Williams healthy, the rookie we got last year healthy, I would prefer him.
Okay, you feel like they're a rookie better.
I
do feel like there are teams like if Trey. Like I understand what y'all saying. He's underperforming, but that underperforming is instead of being an All-Pro, I'm just good. Like if he
bro, but the thing is that make it a bad comparison.
If he went to Detroit and got traded,
they're comparing him to All-Pro players, bro. And I get that was what he was supposed to be as a first overall pick.
And
the reality is that's not who he is.
And
he's just good. That's it.
But I'm saying, you're speaking as if like the nigga suck. He don't.
I said nigga was okay, bro. What you want me to say?
And that's why I disagree. He's not.
So in five seasons of NFL football,
He had back-to-back 10.5 sacks seasons, bro. Not good. Okay, not giving you
on the back half.
Mm-hmm.
60 out of 64 pass rushers, starting pass rushers, we all have agreed that you're on the back half of that list. That's problematic. Even if you weren't drafted, if he was a first round pick, period, that's not good.
But the thing is, there's a lot of good pass rushers, bro. We can't dismiss like it's not.
I understand that, bro.
That's not damn.
You were taken one overall 5 years ago, and you're nowhere near the top 10 or 20. You're not even in that conversation.
Hey, Mike, let me ask you
something.
You've
had 5 years of NFL training. You've had 5 off seasons to get better, 5 off seasons to lift weight, lose weight, get your body right, get in shape, stay in shape. You had 5 seasons to do that. You're still not even top 20.
Yeah, what you about to say, Breezo?
Let me ask y'all something before we move on.
Yeah.
Let's forget football for a second. I want to give y'all some context.
Mm-hmm.
What y'all think about Dirk Nowitzki, his career as a power forward? What y'all think? Top 5 all time, right?
For sure.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, in his draft, Michael Olowokandi was taken first.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Who the fuck is Michael Olowokandi?
And who was the team picking?
The Clippers.
And exactly.
Now look at this. Looking back now, people can say, you know what, Michael Olowokandi wasn't bad. Nah, but when Dirk Nowitzki get drafted after him, it makes it 100 times worse.
Like it makes
look what Dirk Nowitzki became.
Yeah, I understand you saying, Breezo. It makes it worse, but you're still a good player.
He's
like I might
exactly.
I don't think you.
No one is disagreeing with y'all assertions or what y'all saying. No one is disagreeing. But
was he even the best pass rusher on his own team?
What you say?
Is he even the best pass rusher on his own team?
No, he's not. But
so
what I'm saying, He's a
Josh
good
Allen was
player,
drafted
bro. Like
with
we're
17th
talking like
overall.
this nigga's just terrible.
I'm
Like,
just asking questions, brother. I'm asking fundamental questions. You're not even the best at your position on your own team.
and listen,
I mean,
no
he
one
just good. That's it.
but I said
Not great.
that does not make you a bad player though.
It
How does
doesn't
that?
make you a good one either. That's all I'm saying.
It
No,
matters, bro. The narrative
he's
matters,
a
bro.
good player, bro. You're not going two straight seasons with 10 plus sacks and not be good. I'm sorry.
I mean, Carson Palmer led the league in touchdowns one time. Is he damn great? He was a number one.
I never said great though. I said he's a good player.
I said he okay, he cool. I compared the man to Montez Sweat. Montez Sweat ain't bad either, right?
Yeah, I think he good.
But
So I said he's a more athletic Montez
y'all
Sweat.
said, like,
I
this is
gave the
it,
nigga
right?
some credit.
I'm just saying, bro. When you get drafted that high, when you have those expectations and you don't live up to, you're just good. When you get compared to greatness and you're just good, it's severely outweighing just you
These
being
the same
drafted.
dudes that just sat up here and said are idiots though, basically, by convincing people to take them first. So
the thing is this:
if these are the same people making these comparisons, why are we not using them as critique or leverage to say why this dude isn't that good?
Because if you want to be real, he was in a better situation than Aiden Hutchinson. No lie, the Jaguars had defensive talent, bro. They had defensive talent, so he's supposed to look good. Aiden Hutchinson out there getting quadruple team.
Well, I'm disrespecting Lee McNeil now. We still got a lean now.
Gino, be real, bro. It's Aiden and the crew, man. Be real, bro.
No. When Aleem was healthy in the playoff run, no, I can't disrespect Aleem. Now, last year, Aleem was terrible. I'll give you that. But 23, 24, Aleem is he damn good.
I'm just saying,
a lot
brother.
of space.
When your running mate is Josh Hines Allen and you got Devin Lloyd and all this shit, and you just out there looking okay.
I give you the overall package.
He had 10 plus sacks. He has
definitely solid.
He's getting singled every time. We already acknowledge he's not even the best pass rusher. The doubles are getting shifted and chipped toward Josh. He's got singles every time down there. So you should get 10 plus sacks. I hope so.
Nigga, me, you, Mike, and Gino out there blocking Aiden Hutchinson. He's still getting a sack.
Yeah, but I still feel like I'm just saying I feel like the dude is just good. That's it.
I said he was whatever, but I compare him to Montez Sweat. Montez Sweat is a solid pass rusher, but you would never put Montez Sweat in conversations like he's upper tier. I
never draft him first overall.
I called him a tier 3, tier 4 earlier when we was talking about where Vector should go. So that's the same thing I feel about this nigga. You're a tier 3, 4 guy, and that's not good enough for an extension. To me,
now we get back to the extension part. Yeah,
if I would have took him in the 3rd or 4th round, maybe. But if I took you first overall, that's not good enough for me to give you an extension, in my opinion. That's all.
Yeah,
I mean, okay, I agree with that. I just not good. But hey, let's move on.
Context matter, brother.
You said what?
Context matters,
man. That's all I got for him.
All right, let's move up into the next topic, man. We're gonna rank the teams' futures that we believe would be the best situations in the next coming years. So we're gonna do this blindly though. So we're blindly ranking these teams. We're gonna do a ranking from 1 through 5. Y'all tell me where y'all ranking them. Y'all gotta come into some kind of agreement. You feel me? So y'all know how it go. So first team up. I'm gonna start with my team. We'll start with the Dolphins. How y'all feeling about them?
5, dead last, off the list.
Keep in mind. Let's talk about it real quick, Mike.
That's just because you got to think, brother. The Jets still exist. The Raiders still the Raiders.
The year after this, we will have $160 million in cap space.
Hold on, let me ask you
again. You after next year, right? Because y'all got 2 years of this.
I said the best future. I didn't say who's gonna be better team next season.
I ain't gonna lie, the Dolphins just the Dolphins, bro.
And keep in mind, they might be in a chance to get Quinn Ewers, depending on how you feel about him. Nah, how he finished that season, Quinn was progressing forward.
Fair, but he went not forward enough. They went and paid Malik, so
5.
Get over with.
5. I'm not gonna lie. The Raiders in 1 year did enough convincing than what the Dolphins were doing in the next 5 years. I'm not gonna lie.
Money in 1 year, they ain't convinced shit.
And that's gonna be the Dolphin reality in a couple of years of having all that money.
For real, if they do the same thing, spend money that don't pan out, it'll be back to the same shit. I say 5 though.
Putting them 5, bro.
I'm outvoted. I was gonna
Because
go
I ain't gonna lie,
back.
they got their
I'll
tight
say,
end.
I
They got their
think
running
I'm
back.
gonna go higher than 4.
That is pure
You
fucking.
cool with 4?
I'm not gonna lie.
Gino?
That doesn't even
Yeah,
make
I'm cool
sense,
with
bro.
4.
That doesn't
All
make
right, me and Gino said 4. We're gonna put them at 4.
That doesn't
Man,
even
fuck.
make
They got their tight end. They got their running back. They think they got their quarterback. They got their center. They added some linebackers. They got some defensive depth.
I'm
Bruh,
thinking about next year. I'm thinking about next draft because they might end up with Jeremiah Smith.
Hey,
Who, the Dolphins?
yeah.
All right. So what y'all
put them
say?
at 4. Me and Gino said 4. We gonna put them
Watch.
at 4.
Niggas gonna regret now listening. Watch, but go ahead.
Gotta remember the Jets is coming up. They
Right.
may dysfunction.
You forget the Jets exist. Like you keep forgetting it.
All right. So 4. Okay. Next team I got, man. I got the Giants.
I think they top.
I'll go 3.
Man, they got Harbaugh. They got Dart.
Sir, no, I told you to find the shirt that goes with those pants.
I'll go 3. I'm not gonna lie. I'll put them 3.
2 or 3. What we doing, Gino? 2 or 3?
Man, boys talking a lot of noise about Harbaugh. Now the Giants got it.
I'm ignoring Harbaugh. I don't think he's good at all. I'm just looking at the roster that they'll have.
But you argue if he could be 2 or 3? The coach.
I'm talking about the you said I'm talking about the roster, nigga. I'm looking at the roster.
No, I'm talking about the future,
Harbaugh.
not just who got a better roster. Who's going to have the brighter?
They're young enough to go for. They're going to have the same roster for the next 2 or 3 years minimum.
I'm adding Harbaugh.
And Harbaugh will be there.
I understand that, but they're also going to add talent along the way, like this draft now. Like
man, niggas was talking. Oh,
you want to put them lower than the fucking Dolphins? Is that what you higher than the Dolphins?
Lower
than the Dolphins? That's what you want us to do?
Yeah, no, I'm
saying sound like to me.
I'm saying Harbaugh because I know we talking about some of the worst teams in the league, and I don't trust them other coaches. That's why I can give Harbaugh
3. We good with 3?
Yeah,
I'm rocking with 3, man.
Trey it is, man. Trey ball.
All right. So Giants number 3. All right, next team I got the Titans.
Told y'all I should have put the Dolphins 5. Told y'all.
Not necessarily.
I told you I should have put the Dolphins 5.
Titans aren't good either.
Bro, the Titans have made a hell of a turn. Fuck the Titans, but they made a hell of a turnaround.
Fuck the Titans.
A hell of a turnaround with what? Like,
with
bro, what are we basing this off of, bro? Signing Wan'Dale Robinson?
First of all, with the coaching staff.
Hey, put some respect on Wan'Dale.
Like, no, I'm just asking. Like, what are we? What is this? What is
first of all, coaching staff.
The Titans, they're number 5.
Because Robert Saleh, bro. Like Robert Saleh as a head coach.
Whoa! Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, we're going to do that because I'm confused on how we're so high on teams that have been horrible.
We're not gonna.
But now their futures are bright because Robert Saleh and Rondell Robinson came.
Bro, the coaching staff, the financial cap space, and their actual draft status for this year. If they fuck around and pick up Jeremiah Love, bro.
Their draft status for this year, the Dolphins have 9 draft picks within the first 2 days. But you told me there were 5.
No,
like, I'm not getting what is the logic?
What the fuck is the Dolphins gonna do?
We put you
what the Titans gonna do? Like the Titans ain't been bad for 10 years.
5, man.
You should have put the Dolphins 5, bro. I'm telling you should have put the Dolphins 5, bro.
Man,
it's not even making sense. Like,
interchange either one. They're both terrible.
Should have put them 5, bro.
So where y'all putting the Titans, man?
Hold on, man. Y'all said, y'all know the Jets coming. Y'all know the Jets coming.
Well, okay, so you want to put them where? We have to put them at 2 or 1.
Should have put them 5.
I'm better than the Giants. So,
man, shit, the Jets coming. Jets ain't better than nobody, but yeah.
Okay, but they're not better than the Giants. We got to put them 2 or 1. You want to put them 2?
I mean, the Jets better than the Giants.
Are we putting them at 2 or 1? Which one is it then?
No, we ain't putting them at 1 because I think the Raiders coming. I like
2?
the Raiders' future. Man, yeah.
Keep in mind, he might say the Commanders. He might say, 2.
All right, we put them at 2, man.
I don't agree with this shit.
All right, so you said
I'm out to put them at 5.
Thank you.
Man,
me and you know
the Titans was better.
Oh, wait, so y'all putting the Titans at 5?
This nigga retarded. You just
okay.
You just said they had this. You just argued this whole. They had a major turnaround. Shit. Then when we say now you saying put them at 5.
Y'all put the Dolphins at 4. If y'all would have put the Dolphins at 5, we would have had a chance.
I don't understand, bro. Logic.
Dolphins is better than the Jets' future.
But hey, man. Hey, look, back to the game. Gino, you've been calling all along, but you ain't stick to your guns, my boy. We got the New York Jets.
I knew they were coming. Fuck it. They ain't won.
Who you just say?
The Jets.
Yeah.
We just gonna have to believe. We had to believe in Garrett Wilson and AG.
They 5. The Titans at 2. The Giants at 3. Dolphins
Nah,
at
the
4.
Titans at 5. Yeah,
We said 2. Me and Gino said 2.
No, Gino said 5.
Yeah, I was like, man, fuck it, bro.
Sure.
Now they just got the second best future. One gotta be the Raiders, and I agree with that.
One gonna be a fucking CFL team. Watch.
No, one is the Raiders, man. That was the last team, man.
Fernando, that boy.
I think, bro, just because they got Genty and they got Brock Bowers, bro. Like I said, they got their franchise center, bro. They bringing back Crosby, especially from where they can't get no worse than what they
right now.
You said what?
Bullshit happened on draft day.
Yeah.
Shit, I did hear he might come to Indy.
Man, shut the fuck.
Yeah, man, not going on Indy, boy. Man, not going on. That man go to Indy, but Indy, what they gonna have to trade? They sold at that point. They gave up hella picks for Sauce Gardner.
2 first.
Shit left. You gave him up for Sauce.
2 first, bro.
Hey, man, so listen. That'll be it for the show tonight, y'all, man. I appreciate those who tuned in once again. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate the likes, subscribes that we get every single night we do this show. It's always much appreciated. But if y'all not doing so already, though, go ahead, hit like, subscribe on the channel, hit that bell notification, be notified whenever we go live. As well as do not forget, when you do like and subscribe to the channel, be sure to drop a follow on IG. You'll also win a chance to win some either Last Word Production merch or signed basketball. So, before we head out, anything y'all boys want to add?
Nah.
Let the record stand. It was Tavares' fault. We ain't go live yesterday, y'all.
Yeah, man.
100% agree with that. Amen. Preach.
Yeah, boy. No cap.
Y'all boys be smooth, man. I'll see y'all next week.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.